Hey, everybody. Welcome on into the Goose Chase to help end MS. Welcome, Stephen and Joyce, are rating in as we just get started. So we're going to have some shenanigans based on the assembled crew, but also we're going to have fun. We're going to raise money for charity. Kelli, do you want to tell people about the MS Society before we do intros?
Yes. So, hi, my name's Kelli, mostly known as the Opera Geek. I am one of the idea makers behind Quest Accepted. I'm on the advisory board for Stream to End MS, and our goal is to raise money to fund MS research as well as to assist those with MS and their families in guiding them through insurance processes and all those other kinds of things. My husband has MS, so it's a cause pretty close to my heart. A little bit later, I will actually go through and say what the different donation tiers do. Not tiers, what different amounts that are donated, what it goes to. But other than that, I just want everybody to know that we have 2 prizes that will be raffled at the end, with a random number picker. Um, Prize 1 will be a full character illustration from Lou at Realm 1, who also designed our logo shirts, which you can also buy. And the second prize is a custom-made GM screen from Kai Hawkeye, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. Other than that, Tanya, I'm sure we're all going to pay rapt attention and not get distracted at all.
Sure. The fact that you looked away guiltily at Scotty is not helping you. But hello. In the order that I can see everyone on the screen, can you please introduce yourself and, if you want, your character briefly, because you'll get a chance to describe them later. But if you want to say who you brought along on this misadventure, feel free. And I'm going to start with Brian because you are closest to me on the overlay.
Hi, I am Brian, aka Urban Bohemian, pronouns he, they. I am bringing Virgil, the Storm Sorcerer, last seen in Rivals of Waterdeep, having a very happy ending. And I'm not sure what ending brought Virgil to this point, but Virgil's pronouns are he, him.
Also, happy birthday, Brian.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Lauren.
I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the weird things I'm doing on the internet at my website, lauren-urban.com. And today, because these people are awesome and this charity event is amazing, I'm pulling out a character that I love dearly and I haven't actually played on a TTRPG in forever, Orkira, the Dragonborn cleric, who is here and is going to be a little upset, but that's okay because it'll be fine. It'll all be fine.
Pirate.
Hi, I am Chris Kinneas, aka the Painting Pirate, he, him pronouns. You can find me all over the internet, Painting Pirate, in various underscory places, paintingpirate.com. They're all linked from there. And today I am bringing Horkril Imal, Cleric of Tempest, who has been seen on Tanya's stream before in the Baldur's Gate multiplayer stream where Mandy and I learned that you can cause combat in the camp.
Speaking of Mandy.
You are correct. We did learn that. Hello, everyone. I'm Mandy. I go by Lilac34 on the internet. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to be playing Chaos, who is a half-elf bard of the College of Lore. And it is partially my fault that we did combat in camp, partially, but I only take like 30% of the fault. So if that gives you an idea of how this game is going to go, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yes. And then we have Kelli plus a special little Mabari.
Yes. So I have, to no one's surprise, pulled out Scotty the Blink Dog from Familiar Quest. Scotty has graciously appeared to join us today to sleep on screen. He is hoping for many, many donations to give him many, many treats because this dog is so food motivated. But yes, Scotty's pronouns are he, him. He is a rogue and has inquisitive. I think that's the sub thing I did. He's curious, just not very smart.
And I'm your DM, Tanya Cypher. My pronouns are she, her, but the pronouns will vary based on the NPC that I'm speaking as. And I've done this a lot of times, all with different groups, all with different levels of chaos. not just as a nod to Mandy, but in general. And we're going to start off things in a moment. But before we do, I just want to call attention to the incentives that you can cause your own brand of chaos in this game. So since they just popped up in chat, I will read them. So for a mere $5, you can give us advantage and disadvantage. $15 gives a player a reroll. $25 gives a random magic item that I can select. $50 will restore the party's HP or Scotty gets a treat. And $100 benefits of a long rest without needing to take one. And yes, the players can also donate. Because I have met Mandy before, and she likes to cause chaos in general. So are you all ready to go to hell?
Sure.
Let's do this.
That what we're doing?
You know that you're going to hell. You've played this before.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what my pastor said growing up. So
I know.
I mean, me
Oh.
too. Me too. We all, former or relapsed Denominations Anonymous will be the next game that we play.
I want Denominations Anonymous to be my next cleric character. I'm so here for it.
Do it.
Or a
It's
band
yours.
name. That's a pretty good.
Denominations Anonymous sounds like actually a group of all clerics.
Yes, who are in a band.
Oh my God.
The band of
Who have
clerics.
abandoned, who've left their faith and formed a band. Yes.
If you would like to
wrong.
see this one shot, please donate now to the stream to NMS.
I'll make a bet I'll make a pact with you all. If someone donates $1,000 all at once, we will run that game.
Damn.
You
There
heard
you
it
go,
here
chat.
first.
Yeah, and I
Yes,
have my cleric Nefari. It just means I would have to get my twin Nahiri, who is also.
I love it.
So $1,000 total.
There you go.
Yes.
I will multi-class Orkira into Bard Cleric for this game.
We'll do it. So now we have a really high goal to help the MS Society. Look, a lot of us got paid on Friday. I'm just saying. So
And it all
right.
really does go directly to the research. So I can't tell you how much this does help. Like I said, I'll give you an idea of the different things it does towards the middle of the game.
And we are at over $1,200. It's just a mere 200 something to get to the next goal that will really help. And if we take a break, we will read out some of the donations and thank folks. If we don't take a break, we'll read them out at the end. So,
one more thing. Sorry.
yes.
I should say that as of right now, I believe that the Hedgehog Command Center, which is me, I believe I'm the only person fundraising for us this month on Tiltify. So
no.
anybody that might want to donate, I love all my friends for donating their time. I really do. Okay, ready, let's go.
All right. So you all are at an inn, just like standard adventurers. You've been together for a while. However, you all got the same notice of a score that could put you all above the rest. A score that could probably help you retire, even though you're not long into your adventuring careers. And the lure of this score has drawn you all to a town in a little hamlet called Hosberg. So, what are you all doing as you try to figure out who summoned you? And what do you all look like?
No.
All right, well, I'll jump in. Here we go. That was the longest pause, and so here I am. So Orkira is following everybody into town, basically because she's a little less interested about the score and more about keeping all these people alive so that they can retire, because that's the point. And it's pretty easy for her to keep an eye on everybody because she is a 7-foot-tall gold dragonborn who just kind of is literally doing the mom hover over everybody. She's carrying a side satchel that is just brimming with stuff, and her head is a little bit on a swivel, and every once in a while she kind of flexes her wings on her back and kind of rises a little bit up in the air and keeps an eye out, because we've come here because there's a problem and I haven't seen or smelt or tasted or touched the problem yet, and so it's got to be around here somewhere.
I say next then to Orkira is Hawkrul, who is also dragonborn, white dragonborn, white scales, blue undertones for the ice element. He is heavily armored, very muscular, carries a shield which has the emblem of his god Tempest on it and has a hefty-looking warhammer shoved over his back. He just permanently has a big grin on his face, is just eagerly looking around the inn to see who all is in here. Keeps an eye out for what the person we're trying to look for, and in his other hand is just tossing up and down, catching it, a small ball, which he then just tosses over in the direction of Chaos, going, "Hey, Chaos, here, catch."
And drops it immediately because Chaos is a and then does it like, oh no, and like goes to pick it up. Like, this is fine. This has not gone badly for us before. But Chaos is a high half-elf bard of the College of Lore, is reasonably tall and also was distracted but falling behind Horkle, and has short teal hair, is wearing half of a reasonable outfit, and which is pants, boots, looks like a normal adventurer, but then is just in like essentially her lingerie top, and has a lute that is somehow strapped to that. Nobody asked how. We're just going to assume it's magic. And is just fumbling in the background now, trying to grab the ball.
Does Virgil have something to say about this fashion?
No, I mean, like Virgil is, like about like 6'1", 6'2", dark skinned, short hair in dreads, and wearing robes, and just has a demeanor of like, heard the word retirement, is a little bit like, huh. There is still like, he's pleased to be here, but is already kind of wondering, like, is this what life on land is like? Like, is it just is it just walking to places that are dry and not fun?
A small white dog, you think, picks up the ball in its mouth, promptly drops it because they have a lack of teeth. But as far as you all know, it's just this random dog that's following you into town. But he's very small, very cute, and has a red potion on a ribbon around his neck.
I mean, I just kind of assumed it was someone's familiar. They're very cute.
It wouldn't be first time tiny creature has shown up and just started following us around, so it seems to happen all the time. It's probably fine.
So who are we looking for again?
It's a good question.
So you all are, doing your thing, chatting with each other. You've acquired all at one table. Scotty's just kind of laying on the table, despite people giving you kind of looks for having a familiar on the table. I mean,
I'm not sure any of them actually know who this dog is.
Yeah, they're just like, there's a dog, I guess. Sure.
We've learned to roll with a lot of stuff, so.
I've seen way stranger familiars, pets, wild shapes, the pets that have wild shaped. You name it, I've seen it. So, as long as they're happy to help, I'm happy to have them along.
Yeah, at the table, Hawkrill is picking bits of meat out of the tacos he ordered and is feeding it to Scotty.
Tail's going.
Oh, they've got tacos and sushi. Oh, that's great. I like this place.
It's good to see diverse range of culinary expertise in inns. I can't imagine why anyone would think this is a bad thing.
It's not quite as good as if you get it out on the ocean fresh, but they do a pretty good maki roll here.
We have other culinary food. We've got injera. We've got, what is the right word for it? I know in other places they call it Ethiopian food.
Oh, jollof rice?
Yeah, so jollof. We're a very international pub.
still can't quite get the bread hold. Like I always get my
I'm
fingers
bad at
like
that
wet
too.
with
Right.
sauce, so I can never get the thing right. But no, it's very delicious.
Oh, I have
And
a friend
on-
who uses a mage hand for that kind of thing, and then it keeps
Ooh.
your fingers clean.
Oh, it's a good idea. I like.
But doesn't the mage hand miss your mouth?
I
Like,
mean,
that seems like it would get a little messy, but
Eh.
I love secrets.
While you all are having this culinary discussion and the barkeep is just providing you with whatever you're ordering, food, drinks, sushi, tacos, Virgil, you recognize the seal on the request. How it lapsed your notice last time, but this is a far more formal request of your group, and you know exactly where this came from.
that is correct. Virgil does know exactly where it came from.
Are you going to tell the group where it came from?
Must I?
Yes. Yes, you must.
Oh, fine.
So Virgil has something to tell you all.
It's sort of look. Look, the sea was sort of like a gap year that maybe went on a few more years than it should have, and my family is connected. Is probably the most polite way to say it, and they've probably been sending out jobs like this to try and attract my attention. So I didn't read the fine print well enough on this one, but they are loaded. So just
loaded with what?
money.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we
Very
were
happy.
talking like food, like, loaded
It's like-
potatoes or.
Mhm.
Oh,
Good-
yeah.
good
Do they
deal.
have loaded potatoes here?
Much as I would love for this to devolve back into food talk, no, like money. Money, and like they will probably be willing to pay us a lot just if I do not throw the family name around. Don't make it weird.
Okay. So what are we not making it weird about?
So the scroll that Virgil has, and it's now spread out so you all can see it. Even the blink dog is kind of like poking his head over. Not that he can read it, but there's now motion near him. There's a request to slay a dragon. No worry, it's not an ice dragon. It's not a gold dragon. Neither a
It's
Kira nor
very- it's
Horkrul.
very poor taste. Like
It's a black dragon that has been terrorizing the countryside, eating people's cows, hoarding all the wealth, and the people would like to go back to their everyday lives. It's not a good dragon. So if you can kill the dragon and as a bonus get some of its hoard, then you'll be handsomely rewarded.
All right. Do we know, like, name of dragon, size of dragon, location of lair? Did anyone bring any clothing that won't get set on fire from acid?
So it's a mostly grown black dragon. It can spit both fire and acid.
Oh,
It's not an elder dragon. It's not like it's one that your group of adventurers should be able to take out. Virgil has been with the rivals. Scotty has adventured about a bit as a blink dog. Horkrul has ice. You have phoenix abilities. This should not be a problem. Chaos could maybe sort of try to convince it not to attack you, maybe as a bard.
I appreciate the confidence.
I'm glad I'm
Look.
bringing something to the table. My bustier is water resistant. Will that work with acid? Like,
No.
I
And
think
as you
that's the
all-
opposite.
And thank you, Springleaf, for that massive donation.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Oh,
And thank you, Sahana, for your donation for a random magic item. Now I have to look up a table while we do things.
It's okay, I'm sure we can talk about
This is
food
to fight
again.
This is to fight a dragon.
Yes.
This is so Virgil like kind of has a This seems really altruistic for something being sent by my family.
Are we
Mm,
supposed to be?
They want to bring back hoard. Yes, maybe it's your family wants dragon killed so they can steal all dragon's money.
That actually makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's the way you get people who don't want to do altruistic things to do them is just show them money. So, I mean, I'm here for saving the people and then giving them the gold.
Or hear me out. What if we save people and then we go before giving them gold and take gold with us?
Oh, I'd like
That way, people get saved, and Virgil's family, who, no offense, Virgil, kind of sound like dicks, they get screwed over too. It's win-win.
Or
we
we could
They are dicks. No.
we could like do a 3-way split. We could give some of it back to the people it got stolen from, and then we can take some because you shouldn't be paid in exposure. You should be paid in gold for doing things. And then like we keep a little bit, and then we tell Virgil's family, hey, this is all that was left. And by we, I mean someone else other than me. I'm real bad at lying, but like maybe they'll be less suspicious if we have like a little bit to offer. And then I look just directly at Chaos, who I'm hoping is going to be way better at lying than I am. That's something you can do, right?
Sure,
That
totally.
was very convincing.
Just do not allow Chaos to handle payment negotiation. Chaos is very used to getting paid in exposure, as he glances at Chaos wearing just the bustier.
And strumming the lute.
Wow, no
So
shaming.
mad. I'm so mad.
No. Wow. And we haven't even got anywhere yet.
Could we just convince the dragon to go someplace else?
You could try that. You
I
could.
think if we make Dragon go someplace else, though, are we not just moving problems someplace else? If Dragon has taken over people here, will Dragon not just go be dick to people elsewhere?
Okay, but what if the people elsewhere are also willing to pay us to deal with the dragon problem?
Are we now entering into sort of a confidence scheme with the dragon?
Oh, are you trying to basically hire the dragon so that people can hire you to save the dragon, save them from the dragon everywhere you go?
Well, the dragon has to agree first, obviously.
This not seem like a plan that is particularly dripping in glory, Chaos. I much prefer the idea of, wait, where is my taco gone?
Speaking of dripping, yeah, where's the, we had a bunch of sauces here.
It's the table look a lot more empty than I thought a moment ago.
Orkira has absolutely noticed that Scotty has eaten everything, but is remaining very quiet because she thinks that he's adorable and deserves all of the snacks.
Scotty pretends to sleep.
Virgil just does the finger whistle to the bartender to like order more food.
And more food is brought, carefully kept away from Scotty, who is apparently blinking food directly into their stomach at this point. So,
The dream.
That's
Right.
right?
I like
Right?
being able to taste my food. That feels like skipping a whole important step.
That works.
It's still
True.
impressive.
Yeah, you can taste the food, but then you can blink all the calories out of it.
Okay, that I'm here for.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, that's
100%.
So, yeah.
I want that.
Sold.
Mhm.
There should be a new business venture.
Mm.
Well, while you all are discussing the way that you're basically going to double cross Virgil's family, Virgil, you hear a very familiar voice behind you. Virgil, what are you doing without Kent? And it's a rather distinct paladin's voice.
Oh no. Scotty puts his head down. He didn't say anything.
Virgil just turns around. We are not joined at the hip. And
I
it's a
didn't
lot
say
easier to
that.
travel without all the luggage, to be fair.
Oh, true. So what trouble are you all getting into?
Hi, Celise.
Hi, Orkira.
Hey, you want to introduce us to a friend? I do not believe we have met.
Right. Sorry. Yes. And Solis will notice Virgil grinning as he says, we're currently discussing double crossing my family. So, I actually now got a little more interested. But yes, Orkroll, Chaos, Orkira.
Dog.
And a dog. Solis.
Celeste just ignores all of you to talk to the dog.
Those tracks.
It's usual.
So should I send a note back home? Are you going to be okay? Do you need help?
I'm sure that if we need help, we can rely on the whims of fate and the universe, and perhaps people who are watching our adventures in some other plane to provide us with all the help we need along the way.
Virgil, did someone talk to you about the fourth wall? They're not supposed to tell you about that kind of thing.
I
The
only
ceilings,
see.
wait,
Wait,
there's
there's
six. There's
so
ceilings,
the
floors,
ceiling
tiles, walls
counts as
are
a wall.
right, because that's 6 then. Unless you have
Okay, good.
individual
All right.
barriers and dividers, then that's like, Kent is actually much better at talking about interior design. I just do numbers.
I've only talked to a wall once. It did go well for me though. So is that what we're talking about here?
Sort
Yes.
of.
No. This is not something. This is definitely not something that the other, like let's not bring the rivals and or any name recognition into this at all.
Are you sure? I mean, it's a dragon. I'm not going to say no to help with a dragon.
Look,
How is a dragon? We have one of those at home. Why are you fighting? Virgil, we have a dragon at home. Why are you going? Are you two-timing our little golden dragon?
No, BD is fine.
All
Right?
right.
Yeah, no, it's a job, and I'm sure it'll be fine. And yeah, just like if it doesn't go well, don't tell Kent because I'll never hear the end of it.
So how long should I wait until you don't come back before I get worried?
Usual amount of time, I think.
3 days. Got it.
Orkira reaches into her bag and pulls out a rather large diamond and hands it over to Celise and says, here, just in case.
Oh, remember if I got you. Okay. Well,
at that point, it'll be a full-on raised dead. But if you get me, and then I can hopefully get everybody else. But yeah, 3 days. Oof.
Okay, I'll give it a week. Because I guess you have to walk to the dragon, right?
I mean, unless the dragon comes to us.
It seems like it's something that's near-ish by, townspeople, frightened dragon, terrorizing horde happening. It can't be that far.
Okay. All right. So I've got the diamond. If I don't hear about this dragon being defeated in a week, then I'll get worried. I was just on my way back to Waterdeep. You need me to take anything? You good?
Would you like this ball?
Are you going to throw that at Celise? Are you trying to have another moment in camp?
Depends on whether she says yes or not.
No, I've also got a ball at home to throw with the dragon.
Y'all play fetch with the dragon? Horkle?
Yes.
Those make sense. Dragon can fly. It's easier to catch ball. This good idea.
We'll need a bigger ball, though.
We definitely got exceedingly larger balls over time.
All right. Well, good luck. And hopefully I hear from y'all soon. Good luck with your dragon. And Celise does like nosily look over your shoulder, Virgil, going, okay, got the details. I will see you all later. And she leaves.
Bye, Celise.
Bye, Orkira. Keep them out of trouble, please.
I'll try.
So you all have your missive, and assuming you survive this, double cross Virgil's family, you'll each get paid 250 gold. With also the assumption that you're actually going to give up the gold you find in the dragon's hoard when you defeat it.
Is 250 gold retirement gold?
No, but Virgil's family knows Virgil, and they assume that not all the gold you recover will actually make it back to their coffers. They know their relative.
I thought
like you wouldn't do
better
it.
Reputation. Okay.
Like you wouldn't do that as payback for all the years of being related to them.
This is getting too real now. All right.
Like trauma bonding on a Sunday. So you've got your assignment. If you leave fairly soon, you can get to the town and bunker down for the night and then go off toward the dragon first thing in the morning. Or if you leave now, but you'll get there to the inn in the other town like kind of late. So you've got a few hours before you should sleep and then wander off to go fight this dragon. What would you like to do?
I say get as close to dragon as possible and rest so we can be as close to being prepared before going into fight as we possibly can.
So-
Yeah. Also, if we can convince it to come out to us so that we don't have to fight it in its home, in its lair,
Ooh.
that'd probably be a good thing.
This is a good plan.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
let's get going.
who's paying the bill for all the food that Scotty has eaten?
Scotty's gone.
I got it.
Scotty's out the door.
Virgil. Yeah, no, Virgil holds up the letter and takes it to the barkeep and just points at the family seal. It's on them.
All right.
This good. This is useful information to have.
Yes,
Orkira
but-
does take a couple pierogies to go.
all right. You've got camp
Stop.
rations on the way. You find the suspicious backpack that always seems to have 40 camp rations in it. That Horkle and Chaos always seem to find as well.
Yeah.
So you get to the next town, and the people there are a little frightened. They're a little worried when this group of adventurers shows up. The barkeep there is not quite as friendly as the previous barkeep because they've seen people come in claiming they're going to get rid of the dragon, and then, well, those people don't come back. So they're just like, yeah, it's another group of adventurers. Give them beds. They're not going to be here too long.
Just a
They're not very friendly.
sad tune on the lute, like nobody trusts us.
Oh no.
Maybe
do-
your old-
Sad trombone on the lute.
Yeah, basically. That trombone.
Wow.
That's how you know she's a really talented bard. She can make other instruments sound like other instruments.
So
I'll try to talk with the barkeep just a little bit, like
Okay.
trying to get some information. But all right, so I know we're not the first group here, which means that this thing is real dangerous. Can you tell us anything about it? That, like, was there something the other groups weren't prepared for?
a lot of the groups, they seem surprised that dragons can do more than breathe fire.
Okay,
They'd not met anything other than a standard red dragon before.
okay.
So yeah, basically there wasn't a lot to clean up after they met with acid.
Okay, that's fair. Do you happen to know the name of this dragon?
No one's come back and told us the name, but let me see if I've got orders. And the barkeep is rifling through a bunch of random parchments. You hear them rifling through. So as they're looking for something that may give the name of the dragon, what are you doing, the rest of you?
Horkrul is busying himself with various pieces of parchment that he is using to make a little set of dragon wings that he is trying to attach to Scotty.
Okay.
There.
And then they pull out a crumpled parchment. It is named Fafnir.
Okay. All right. I've got very low expectations that we're actually going to be able to talk to this dragon, but even if for a moment we can like catch it off guard, it's like, oh, you know my name. That always catches me off guard when people I don't know my name. So
In Orkira's mind, he thinks maybe we should just sing to Fafnir. That's what he understands.
I mean,
but I will not be the one singing. And she looks over at Chaos again.
And Chaos is if there, I don't know what the setup of this particular inn is, but if there was a little bit of a cutout area stage, just out there jamming on the lute to like the one person that's in the inn right now.
absolutely. You got the barkeep and two drunks that they always have to pour out of there every night.
Yep, and it's
So-
just like having fun playing a medley. No singing involved, just instrument.
So yeah, they're like Fafnir, Black Dragon, can spit acid, can spit fire. We keep hiring people and no one has made it back. So good luck. I will
Thank
charge you. I will send you off on your way with a hearty breakfast. It may be your last meal, so sleep well. And you get handed keys to various rooms because the dragon's terrorizing the town. There's plenty of open space in this inn.
Oh, one more question. Does the dragon usually come by at like certain times of the day or week, like for
Um,
ambush purposes?
It doesn't come all the way in the town, but it does like steal cows, occasionally steal people. it goes by the farms that are on the outskirts of town. It is not yet like knocked on my door, shall we say.
Okay. It's good to know. Cows. All right.
Cows,
Still
chickens.
people in the deadly way or in the not deadly way?
Oh, in the deadly way.
Okay.
Very deadly. So you all are given rooms. Do any of you want to do anything before you call it a night and, prep for your fight with Fafnir?
Mm,
We'll be taking the night to shift a few spells around, but
Oh, I see.
otherwise, no.
All right.
I wonder if Orkira and Horkrol just kind of bunk
Comparing
in a
notes.
room,
Yeah.
like, comparing notes, like, I don't really have too much against acid. I mean, I can help with all the fire, but acid, it's gonna be bad.
Ask Nimbus from protection from energy will help me, but if maybe I can keep focus on me and the rest of you just make me not die whilst. Oh dear, we don't have a lot in the way of the people who can do much hurt to damage. Maybe Chaos can sing it pretty strongly, but I don't think that the little dog is going to be of much help.
I never underestimate anyone based on their size or the fact that they stay quiet. Frankly, I think the quieter someone is, probably the smarter they are.
This is true. I'm mostly worried about the fact the dog only appears to have one tooth.
5, thank you. But
also, as long as they're not biting the dragon, then do teeth really matter?
Horkrul would definitely feel his pants leg being gummed in protest.
Yeah. Perfectly happy to let this happen.
So Scotty's gumming on Horkrul out of protest.
And Chris, Mandy, and Tanya all know what that's like. So it's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Virgil,
basically noms. Just noms.
Virgil, anything you're doing as you all prepare to bunk down? Are you good?
No. Virgil's probably ordered a bottle of something nice to take with the room, take to his room, and
Okay.
while resting is just writing a letter back to Kent and the rest of the rivals. Kind of wondering if in over his head, but also, we seem to pull through in most cases, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hey, we made the goal.
Oh!
Yeah.
And another treat for Scotty, apparently.
Look at those eyes immediately.
Yeah, he knows.
Awake now, like you say the word. Yup.
He's like, hello. So you have to raise the goal to 1750.
Okay.
I roadblock.
Thank you, Roadblock.
Thank you.
So we've hit the goal. Everyone's gone to bed. Chaos. Eventually, when the drunks get poured out, they're like, "Yeah, thanks." You get a few people throw coppers and silvers at you because it's the most entertainment they've had in a while.
Definitely, it was just like grabbing those and then slowly playing like a gradually dwindling tune as I start to walk up to my room, like exiting, making my own exit music.
Thankfully nothing happens. You don't hear the dragon roaring in the distance. You all get a good night's sleep. Even with the imbibing of the nice bottle, you are well rested. Look, alcohol and sleep. Oh, you know what? Actually, I take that back. You got really good sleep because you had that bottle. Never mind.
Hey, life experience coming into game experience here is all I'm saying.
Yes. So morning comes, you all are up with the sun and the chickens, and you get downstairs, and true to his word, the barkeep has laid out a nice breakfast for you all, just in case it is your last meal.
Most of it's still there.
Wow.
It's absolutely just like, all right, let's eat. Pile a plate full and
and then we go find some cows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that the plan?
Well, I figure if we find the cows and the dragon is going after the cows and we watch the cows and the dragon will come for the cows, and then isn't that how traps work?
So we
Solid
need
plan.
all of the cows.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big dragon. One cow is probably not going to be enough to I mean, look at this amazing spread that we've got from the innkeeper. If it was just a bowl of porridge, we'd all be like, but it's a big spread, so we all just sat right down. So yeah, herd of cows.
So you've had breakfast. Scotty ate some before y'all got down there. And you wander out and you start seeing farmland. You start hearing the cows and the sheep and things like that. And then as you all get past a kind of far out farmland, you hear the roar of a dragon.
See, it's a good plan. It worked.
Friends!
But not friend. No, chaos, no.
You keep traveling with chaos. This happens all the time.
I mean, I'm not
Exactly.
opposed
Somebody has to
seeing
keep
how
someone has to keep her alive.
Okay, so are we talking or are we just fighting?
So you can hear the dragon. And are you all moving on the same road, or what are you doing?
What direction do we hear the dragon?
Due north. Like if you basically kept going toward the kind of rocky areas, if you keep going, you will eventually see caves and low mountains.
Do we have the herd of cows with us?
No, but the cows are not far behind you. The farmers will probably take exception you trying to lead their cows away. What cows remain?
I mean, my guess is dragon will come to cows. We probably don't need to move the cows. Also, have you ever tried to move a cow that doesn't want to be moved?
It's very
doing a
difficult.
favor. We're taking the cows away from the area. Like, yeah, we're
I've tipped a cow?
I used to try to lift cows as strength training back in Icewind Dale, but it's very difficult to only move one at a time. It takes a very long time. I suggest perhaps that find cover. Those who maybe will be attacking from range hide where dragon cannot see. I will stay in open so dragon comes to bite me first, and then whilst dragon is doing on me, the rest of you go ah, and dragon go boom.
Either Horkrul or Akira, you can speak in the tongue of dragons, correct?
I am of a draconic nature.
I can
yes.
indeed, yes.
Do either of you want to yell out to your cousin?
Somewhere, by the way, all of a sudden, quite suddenly, somewhere by your feet, you just hear, "Oh, it's an actual dragon."
I look down at Scotty. What did you think it was?
Wait, no, what? Wait, no, whoa.
Oh, okay, you all heard that too. That's good.
You were able to talk this whole time? We could have
Seriously?
told stories.
Dogs can't talk.
Well, if
Are you
dogs
not
can't
a dog?
talk, then what are you?
Or what are you doing?
He sneezes and is not there.
I mean, that's probably smart. Yeah, I think Horkrul and Scotty make a good point. Cover, and then, I mean, Horkrul, do you want to bait it?
I will be bait. Yes.
Okay.
Horkrul, are you going to try to speak Draconic to it, or are you just going to yell? How are you baiting the dragon?
So once everybody has got to the positions that they are trying to get to, Horkrul is going to. Oh God, cleric! Why do clerics have so many spells?
Because they're awesome.
Keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling.
There it is. He's going to cast protection from energy on himself to give himself resistance to acid damage for the next hour.
Okay.
And Orkira isn't necessarily going to hide, but she's going to strategically position herself so that she's within like 30-ish feet of everybody and go, all right, well, I'll take care of the fire for a moment. And she is going to activate one of her channel divinities, which goes. And for the next minute, as long as anyone's in that bubble of her divine power, everybody's going to have resistance to fire damage, and y'all get some temporary hit points. Well, and me too.
Right.
Everybody. Oh, I rolled well. 6 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I need to look up another magic item.
Is there a good rock or something nearby, like slightly behind Horkrul, but not too far away?
I would normally make you roll for it, but Roll a d6 and let me know what you get.
A 3.
There's a decent sized rock.
Okay, Chaos is absolutely gonna go over, climb on top of the rock, and just like shrum the loot. Like just a riff in the background. Like, we're ready.
All right.
Not exactly what I had in mind when I said hide, but it works. It's fine.
Virgil's going to be behind the rock. Just
Yeah.
like there's a little bit of lean out to look, but no, behind.
All right.
And once everyone is in position, Hawkroll is going to yell out in Draconic, "My, look at all these delicious cows. It is perfect place for me to set up my new dragon lair. It's good thing no other dragons are in this area, or we might have problem. But I, Hawkroll, am now the dragon living in this area. This is all mine now."
And you hear an inquisitive roar back. Like, whomst dares?
Okay, very lightly, like not going hard yet. Start strumming the beginning of For Those About to Rock.
Oh my god. All right. So the dragon hears this. They've heard your challenge, Hawkroll.
Mhm.
And soon you all feel the ground begin to tremble as the dragon comes out of its lair. It's a decent sized black dragon. Virgil, this is bigger than, it's almost as big as the golden dragon you've seen when traveling with the rivals.
Wait,
It's a good
ours or like Tamsir?
Tamsir.
Oh, that's big.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
not quite Tamsir big, but it's biggin'.
That's like respectable skyscraper. Great. Okay. Yeah, no, Virgil stays like kind of smirking at Horkel's plan, but is like, yeah, no, this is gonna work out great. Staying behind the rock. Yeah, no.
All right. There's a giant black dragon staring down at all of you, and it's focused on you, Horkel, since you called out and challenged it.
Yeah, Hawkroll just pounds his fist on his chest and looks up at the dragon and goes, "Come at me, brother."
Oh, I thought we were negotiating, but okay, here we go.
I thought we had decided negotiation was not. Oh dear. Well, this is happening now.
A very thin line. It's.
Did he just yell the equivalent of like, "Come on, if you think you're hard enough"?
Like.
Yeah, he yells that in Draconic, and you watch Orkira just kind of, her eyes go big, and then in Common she'll say, "Oh, okay, I guess that's all the negotiating we're doing."
For those of you that want to engage in this combat, roll me initiative.
Want to? Will anyway?
Because so far only Horkel's done the
like everybody just watches Horkel get eaten.
Get on. Will animal friendship work here?
I have to look that up. I actually don't know. While I'm looking that up, you all give me initiative rolls in our chat.
From somewhere in the vicinity of Virgil's feet, there's a muttered, "I thought we were fighting a goose." I only came because I was fighting a goose.
The answer is no, because dragons have too high of an intelligence.
Okay, what about fast friends?
Mandy, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no. It's a valid question.
I also have Charm Monster.
That's all I'll say. It's a valid question. Like,
yep.
Fast friends. I'm looking up fast friends. No,
Listen,
it has to be
is this exactly how I build my characters 100%?
Yeah, Virgil just
no.
like yells down at Scotty. Do you think that's what a goose? What are you talking about, goose? Like that's a dragon. Dragon.
Scotty, what's your
sorry, I forgot to put it in chat. 12.
No, fast friends only works on humanoids.
Oh, that's right, it does. Charm Monster. I mean, technically a monster, right?
I'm Googling while you keep asking me.
Yeah.
I really, at this point, I should have asked these in enough games that I already know the answer to them, but I'm never quite sure the various creatures and people and things that we're facing, what they qualify as within the context of these various spells.
Yeah.
I mean,
So do you have the variant Charm Dragon?
No, I think I just have Charm Monster. Is there a Charm Dragon? Goes to look
Yeah,
up
Charm
some of them
Monster, I
have
think
a
it's just
mean-
creature, so I think it
just
works. It's
creature,
just
yeah,
yeah.
It works, but there is a variant of specifically dragons. So
which is used by a very specific type of adventurer. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah. I would
From
not
the
trust
graph-
any bard that has taken Charm Dragon.
Listen,
No.
everybody's got their type. It's fine.
from the grass by Virgil's feet. Oh, what a goose looks like. My friend Pest sent me here because he said he was getting tired of me, and I think that was really not fair because he's the one that brought me to his house in the first place. And if he didn't want me to talk about what he looks like, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me to his house. That's all I'm saying.
Is a dragon basically like a goose with its feathers plucked out?
I
No.
wouldn't say that to a goose. I would-
Or
or a dragon.
What do we say that to a dragon?
I don't know. I don't know
So-
who Pest is. I'm sure they're great, and I look forward to hearing
Oh,
more.
he's my friend. He
but
kind of looks
just-
like a cat if a cat got caught in a sewer grating after
you know,
a
just
storm.
like I think right now is, right now quiet time is good.
Oh,
All right. So
actual Scotty fell asleep, so that works.
so yes, Charm Monster could work, but it'll be a high DC chaos.
Okay.
And you are first in initiative order. So what are you doing? I also need to roll for the dragon. I forgot.
Oh boy. Chaos going first. This is going to go well.
Oh goodness, how does
What is-
Charm Monster work, Mandy?
All right.
Oh,
I have to-
sorry, you don't go first.
Oh no, the dragon goes first.
The dragon got a nat 20, and I'm taking a photo so you can see it. I rolled an actual D20, and I'm taking a photo.
I
so
mean,
you all
I
can
trust
see
ya.
this.
Yeah,
I
it's fine.
know. No,
please, but waste your nat 20s on initiative. That's great. Yeah, please.
Yes, please.
I
Get
mean,
those
it's a
out of your
dragon.
system.
There's a breath weapon. I don't know if that's a waste, but sure.
Look, we all know what we showed up here for today, so
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Food.
always.
So chaos. While you are figuring out what you're going to do, the dragon is staring down Horkrul because you're the one that came out and was like, "Come at me, bro." But they are, luckily for you, not quite in range, even for their fire or acid breath. They still need to come out and get towards you. So, luckily for you, at least their first round is getting within striking distance of the group.
Good. Gets them out of the lair. That's all we care about right now.
Mhm.
Now, chaos.
Is
It
there
your turn.
anything does it just like look like a regular dragon? Does it have any embellishments? Is there anything we can tell about the dragon from as it's getting closer?
It's a coal black dragon. Even though it's daylight, the scales shimmer a bit. You know, like when something is so black it looks almost blue.
Okay. Okay.
But
Uh,
it's not like there's nothing. It's not like it has gold scales or anything like not odd. It's like the deepest, darkest void of void black. It's what's the
I have an
It's
example.
Vanta Black.
I have an example.
yes.
There you go. Yeah.
It's a
There you
Vanta black dragon. Yes.
There you go.
Aw.
The glare we're getting from this kitty dragon is very on brand.
That is, yeah. That
I'm
does
gonna
feel
die
right.
later.
But yes.
all
But
right.
you're staring down a Vanta black dragon. What are you going to try to do with it?
Oh, I'm 100% going to try and charm the dragon. So I'm going to cast Charm Monster, but I want to do it as a performance to this dragon. And because of how it looks, I want to play Supermassive Black Hole as as the song.
You
I
know
love it.
what? I'll allow it, and you have to beat a 25 performance check.
Okay. We're going to try, y'all.
It's look, you're trying to help the dragon. If anyone wants to help the bard, feel free.
having dealt with charismatic people before, Virgil does kind of reach up and claps a hand onto Chaos's ankle and casts Enhance Ability.
Oh.
Giving you wait, sorry, which one's charisma? I can't read all of a sudden. Yeah, you have advantage on this. So
Okay. I have advantage on this.
Do you have advantage? That is in addition to the other ones.
Yeah, that we
the
have.
people.
I'll mark it as an extra.
Oh, I
All right, so
completely
I'm
forgot
rolling
about that.
performance.
Also,
then-
it may be a YOLO. That's cool anyway.
All right, hold on. Can I see it in the list?
I
of-
wish guidance wasn't a touch action.
I don't know how to.
Who said it has to be touch?
How do I roll like with advantage in D&D Beyond? I feel like
If you right click.
that's what I did wrong.
I use guidance in Baldur's Gate all the time, and no one has to touch
I
anyone.
just feel like I felt like guidance is
So-
something you throw at people.
Oh,
I rolled a 32.
Oh my god! You know what?
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Bard gonna bard.
Yep.
Never
I have
underestimate
to
Bard.
applaud that. I have to applaud that one.
Everybody just starts like dancing as soon as she
Uh-huh.
starts
Just like
playing.
rocking on the rock, playing the song to our dragon as it gets closer.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I can't argue with that roll. So please, Chaos, what does it look like when you charm the absolute hell out of this dragon?
Well, mostly I think Chaos is just like rocking out, like just having fun playing on the lute on the rock. And as the dragon gets closer, just being like, "This is my song to you."
The dragon, despite being ready to like chomp on Horkle at first, is swayed by this music. They can't help it. And for a creature its size, it is actually quite graceful. And it's getting its jam on. It's really into what you're playing. So what are you having the dragon do other than be very impressed by your musicianship?
I didn't think that far in advance. What do we need here, party? I forget. What are we doing?
Well, now that they're happy, maybe we can convince it to like change its ways and not be evil, bad. I don't know what you're gonna call it. Also, your music is amazing.
Through the power of rock, we convince dragon to change its ways and join side of good.
For those here to rock with you, we salute you.
Well, I can't speak to the dragon right now because I'm playing the song. So I think I'm gonna rely on our can communicate partners.
Yeah. Tell me what you need, and I'll translate. And I won't go through the translation. Just say what you will, and just assume Orkira is being the translator for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like a better place. You like your scales look fantastic. You obviously are taking a lot of great care of them and keeping yourself healthy. Totally appreciate that. Love when somebody does their self-care routine. But yes, you are causing a little bit of trouble here. There won't be many cows for very long, so we really need you to consider finding a slightly more sustainable place to live. Like, how's this gonna go for me, DM?
No, that roll was amazing. You could tell that dragon to fuck off.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm like, you could, but that was
that's
a
plan C.
32.
That's like plan C.
That was a 32. That was like god tier rolling though. So you could not be as complimentary and it would still work. But the dragon's just like nodding, like, I'm getting what you're putting down. What? So where should I go though?
Yeah, do any of us know anything about the surrounding region?
Nothing. But at that, Orkira will say, "Well, here's the good news. You don't necessarily have to go anywhere. We just need to, like she said, change your food habits. Like this." And I'm going to cast Create Food and Water, which creates 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water. And I'm going to, when I create the food, it's going to arrive in the shape of a cow. So like really delicious,
A meat sculpture.
I kind of wish I could do create meat and water, but it's
a tofu sculpture.
I always kind of pictured it like protein bars, except chocolate protein bars.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like just a big, like a chocolate milk cow just appears and a big bucket of water. And I'm like, options.
Is that where chocolate milk comes from? You hear from the grass.
Yes.
They always told me it was just because of brown cows.
Yes.
Also that.
So the dragon asks of either Horkrul or Akira, but then does the cow taste like chocolate?
Well, in this case, I made a chocolate cow, but I mean, I can make a whole bunch of other stuff if you've got a particular taste in mind. What I'm saying is you don't have to just eat the cows. There's a whole buffet of options that are not going to continue to send people after you because they're going to be angry.
Exactly. See, secret is sustainable farming. You understand? You're just eating old cows, and eventually they will send competent group after you who will. It is not going to end well. Whereas if we can help arrange for food to be given, and maybe you can exist in some sort of symbiotic relationship with village, to where you protect the village and they help keep you on sort of, imagine chocolate cows or whatever type of cows you wish as retainers. But it's your retainer fee, right? And then we provide them, and village continues to eat. You continue to eat. Village is protected. Everyone happy.
I'm confused. From the grass.
They're talking about ecological sustainability within the community is what I'm kind of picking up. It's all in Draconic, so I'm a little bit shaky, but it seems
That's
like
a
we're
lot
trying
of
to
big
get them.
words.
It
You have
is
a
a lot,
picture? I might understand what.
Can you read?
What do you think? You've played with Scotty. Scotty cannot read.
Just had to
But
ask.
Scotty, you hear it, and there is suddenly a small dog at the foot of said chocolate cow about to take a bite out of said chocolate cow.
Scotty,
No.
Scotty, no.
We are going to take dog away because dog is snack sized. Dog definitely going to get eaten. Dog is not part of
okay.
arrangement.
Also,
Scotty doesn't
chocolate.
know.
It's good
Yeah.
chocolate. It's not a good thing.
No chocolate for dogs.
No.
Well, and then the dragon looks down and notices Horkrul holding Scotty. It's like, that's. They just kind of like lean down a little bit. They're like, snack. Like,
No, see, this is the representation of what we are trying to explain. You see, dog is village, and you are me. I'm much bigger than dog, but this tiny dog only have little gums, it not do damage. But eventually, big dogs show up, and big dog bite and hurt badly. So, if tiny dog give me food, help me, Akira.
Okay, how about we work with like building its own herd? So rather than it coming and just eating everyone else's cows, it'll have its own cows.
We're gonna teach it how to start a beef ranch.
Talk about convenience. Talk about location.
Yeah,
If there
like
are
have it
people
be in
here
a
to raise
clearing
cows,
in the
then-
mountains, farther away from everybody else. You don't have to go as far. As long as you're not eating them all at once, they will become self-sustaining. And then you're just like when you have the munchies, you can go to take one, but they're your own. Like I feel like sustainable farming is really the avenue we need to go here to get to a less problematic solution.
Also, if you're negotiating, then you get more than cows. Have you ever tried cheese?
I have. It's good.
the dragon like opens her mouth and then closes it, and it's like, is cheese it usually melts before it gets very far.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Then we call it saganaki, and you can get it because there's all kinds of food in Faerun.
Is that what this area is called?
I have no idea.
What's the
Where do
cheese
you
that,
think
like,
you
what's
are?
what's the thing like you melt and you shove it off the
Slovaki.
No,
the-
saganaki is the Greek one that you light on fire.
Yeah, but there's the one with the hot raclette.
No,
Yes,
that is
raclette.
Oh my god. Okay,
Like,
wait,
you can
but
breathe
No.
fire, but then have cheese and it's instant melty.
Fondue.
Oh,
Fondue pot.
oh.
I feel like there's a lot of culinary options that this dragon has.
Why
as
have I
long
never
as we
had
can
this
get them.
thing we're talking about, by the way?
Oh, it's great.
Kelli in general, not the dog.
Kelly, I
So-
will send you a link to a place. There's a place in NYC that does it amazing. I will send you a link to it
Okay.
later.
Yeah, so good. So we are like, they've still been doing a lot of draconic, or has the dragon overcome
I'm
the
imagining
idea
that
of
we-
food, started speaking in a
Also-
common tongue?
I imagine we were doing this part in common so that the rest of the party
Thank
understood
goodness,
what we
'cause
were saying.
You know what?
Yep.
I was going to make you role play it, but you know what? This has gone entirely a whole direction I didn't expect. So
I would like to point out, Mandy has made one roll and broke the game.
Yeah.
In fairness, normally when I try to do this, it goes badly. So I just kind of
Yes, this is
assumed that
amazing.
outcome for us this
I
time.
love
I
this
love
for
it.
us. I love this
It's so
for us.
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is just like we started with food. We're continuing with food.
Yeah.
I mean, I was waiting for Mandy to convince the dragon it was a goose.
Yeah.
that's not going to work. It
I
knows
feel like
it's a
that's
dragon.
not. That's it's got a good.
I don't know, have you met a
self-identity.
But I feel like we were still vibing while all of this is going
Convincing
on.
a
though.
goose that it's a
Yeah,
dragon
so
would be
you're
easy, yeah.
vibing and go ahead.
I was gonna say no. Like if we're good on, like you don't have to fly far to get your food. We can do a tribute kind of situation,
Mhm.
but you got to let the town build back up. Otherwise,
And-
but like what happens when you raise the town? You got to travel somewhere else, and everybody prefers takeout versus delivery versus takeout.
So, and at this point, just assume dragons speak in common at this point because they're tired of trying to translate between draconic, like gold draconic, ice draconic, regular draconic, back to common. Their draconic AAV isn't up to snuff, even though they're a black dragon.
Code
Your
switching
accent,
all
though,
over
is
the place,
amazing.
yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Look, they've lived away from the other black dragons for too long. They've lost all the lingo. So what I'm understanding is you will work with the humans that have been raising the cows. I've been kind of just snacking on to bring me tribute of cows. So I don't have to just go take their cows. Is that what
Not
you're
just
saying?
well, not just cows. Could be all kind of whole culinary world out there for you to discover.
People make very good food when they are not terrorized.
Mhm.
I'm a simple dragon. Cows are
Symbiotic relationship.
Oh, yeah,
There
but
it
if
is.
all you want is cow, then maybe that is fine too. Just say you could try to extend the palate a little bit, but if you decide to keep going back to cow, I'm sure this is fine.
And the dragon has also looked down, like, where did that tiny voice come from? Or are you still holding Scotty?
No, well, he was. There was a sneeze, and
Yeah.
Scotty is now like on the dragon's head, nose, like looking at him, like this is much better. I can actually see you.
And you
Would
just
a
see
dragon
the
get
dragon.
cross-eyed?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
It's very difficult for the dragon now.
The dragon's like also like it's like the dragon realizes that this tiny creature will die if it falls, but so he's like very gently like trying to like look at Scotty, who's like kind of splayed on his snout. Can one of you get your dog? I can't see.
I got it. And Rakira is reaching into her bag as she flies up, and she'll gently, if Scotty's okay with that, gently pick up Scotty under one arm, and then the other hand is going to come up while she's flying like eye level with this dragon. She's pulled out a bag and reached into the bag and pulled out a marshmallow and said, "Listen, I know that you're into the cows, which I totally understand, but have you ever had marshmallows?" And she'll set her hand on fire so it's a perfectly toasted marshmallow and offer it to the dragon.
And the dragon, far more gently than you would expect, takes the marshmallow. And for whatever value of a dragon trying to smile, you have given it something sweet. It is a happy dragon.
You see what we say. All kind of whole world of option out there. I know Hawkrill is from Icewind Dale. I do not know if you have ever been up that way. Experience the fabulous dish of ice spider stew. It's excellent culinary innovation. You should give this try sometime.
Scotty is literally making the dog throwing up right before dog throws like heaves.
The dragon did notice your very emphatic Virgil, and it just kind of tilted its head at you and goes, "Problem?"
I feel that while it is very important for one to expand one's palate, perhaps we can ease into things. I mean, from what the villagers have told the party, it's mainly cows that the dragon's been like nomming on, right?
And people.
Yes,
Yeah. Well, oh, is it putting like?
it's eaten a few people here and there.
Oh, that's.
Plus, if you let them
that's-
give you the cows, they can season them first.
Okay, so
There will also be
know,
less screaming involved.
yeah, let's start with if you leave the cows for a while, then we get milk, then we get the cheese that we were talking about, then we get other types of foods, and I'm trying to to make this. Essentially, the people are frightened, like they're a little scared. There may have to be a tiny bit of give and take. I was like dragons. Well, I'm sorry, black dragons are what, fire and acid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe a little bit of acid for alchemy. There could be a little bit of a trade that burgeons in the town, bring it some economy, and then there's more interest in the village to continue raising livestock. Because I mean, you've had cows, but have you had chicken? I mean, you might think that it all tastes the same, but have you had chicken?
Have you had a
Those-
marshmallow chicken?
Okay, that sounds amazing.
No,
I'll work on that.
Covered in sugar.
But you mean the little flying things that shriek and leave? I think they're eggs. Keep in mind, you all are having this conversation with a dragon in the middle of
Look,
of
this
a
is not how-
field.
Yep. But
I like to think that there's a farmer or a shepherd somewhere that's just like,
Oh, I was getting there. I was getting there. So you know the farms that you passed?
Yes.
There's now a small group of villagers watching this in both mortification, assuming they're about to watch you all get eaten, and also fascination, because all these poor villagers know is the wives' tales about dragons and, the couple people that got dragged off screaming, but nobody liked Ed. After all, nobody missed him.
Okay, wait. Has the dragon ever had an egg before? Like had eggs? Or just talking about chickens in the context of they leave eggs behind?
Like they leave eggs
It's
behind.
potentially concerning because dragons lay eggs. So this
Um,
might be a
Smart enough to understand the difference between, sentient eggs and non-sentient eggs.
Maybe it's time to start moving from chickens to ostrich raising, a little bit like on the larger egg side.
Is the climate here appropriate for ostrich?
I don't know what are the farmers' reactions at this point?
because you all are now speaking common, the farmer, you see one farmer that looks curiously like a certain legally distinct Veractethris that we met yesterday, whipping out a quill and a notebook, taking notes about all this.
how can you tell he's whipping out a quill with all that chest hair? Anyway.
I'm gonna say it's just
That's
where he keeps it.
Oh.
yes. Mhm.
Chest hair
Sure.
folding.
Yes. Yeah.
Also,
chef
welcome,
hair.
high rollers.
High rollers.
We've gone slightly off the rails, but that's okay. It's all for charity.
We're being
100%
ridiculous for charity. So,
Mhm.
like you do. We
We're-
even
we're
have
using-
the dog cam.
We're using food to make friends with a black dragon, so you've come
Yeah.
just in time.
We
It's like
charmed
at this
them.
point, we didn't so much go off the rails as the train reversed back through the station. It didn't even ever pull out. Like the rails are a long forgotten concept at this point.
You were almost to the next station, and then that roll happened, and then you just heard we are now returning to our departure station. Please.
That wasn't incredible.
This,
32
this
on
street,
performance.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
This stream is now a bus replacement service.
It's got to be better than the MTA. That's all I got to say.
For real.
Or the CTA. So yeah, the farmers are actually like paying attention, and as you all keep talking to the black dragon, they realize that maybe you're not gonna just all get eaten. Maybe.
Adding this to my resume, did not get eaten when expected to.
Mm-hmm.
So the dragon is still under the thrall of that that amazing role of convincing the dragon and persuade monster. So you've now talked the dragon into being more eco-friendly and contributing to the farming economy of this village that they had terrorized. What about the hoard? What about the stuff it's kept? What are you all going to do about that?
Oh.
See, at this point, I think Horde can stay with Dragon at this point. Dragon's mentality has shifted. Maybe if parts of Horde were taken from Village, maybe we return those as a gesture of goodwill and investment in new relationship.
The
Return anything that
dragon
was taken
can,
from Village to Village.
yeah, Dragon can help pay for some of the things that the village will now do on behalf of Dragon to create the symbiotic relationship. And it won't listen, if this dragon has really been is that old, is like old enough to be a good sized dragon, it has accumulated a pretty solid hoard. It probably isn't going to do too much damage to like pay for the village to restock cows and start considering ostrich and
Quick,
what have you.
Orkira, explain the tax code in Draconic.
Oh no.
Listen, the last time I tried to do any math, I failed miserably, and I ended up with diamonds that weren't the quality that I needed to bring people back from the dead. So I think as long as the dragon is getting something out of the hoard, yeah, because you know, and she's like going back and forth on 2 feet trying to figure out how to say this in the nicest way possible with the dragon right there. Dragons are very protective of their hoards, and so it's only fair that we offer good things if they're going to use any of that gold.
How about a
Exactly.
pile of marshmallows to convince it?
I mean, I can only make them one at a time.
You don't
but if
need
you
marshmallows.
if you give me a couple of minutes and Orkira will pull out the bag that does magically make marshmallows, but they make one at a time and they're always kind of stale, and she will just like set up near a rock nearby and just start going 1, 2.
Quick, the chicken ones taste better when they're stale.
What if you melted them, could you make like a pot of fluff?
Could you make a Nutella and chocolate and marshmallow fluff sandwich?
Yes to all of that.
So while you all are doing this, the dragon actually has been like, now they're sitting up like a curious puppy, like on, you know, like how dogs or better yet, how cats sit and they wrap their tail around their paws.
Mm-hmm.
So they're sitting like that, listening to all this, and they're like, what if I just buy part of the town and they have to feed me?
Well, if you buy the town, then you're technically in charge of maintaining the town. And
You're a
so
landlord.
Yeah, sorry to Gosrick would never forgive me if I didn't bring up the concept of future. As an
Of what?
investor, see, an investor is somebody who provides capital but doesn't actually have to do work and merely benefits from the investment of that capital. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. He can probably sense that I'm not saying it wrong. It's okay.
Oh, it's like a group project, but you don't have to do anything.
Oh, sorry. Brian just got ow.
You just did psychic damage to all of us that have done group
All
projects.
of us take psychic damage for that.
except for Orkira was like, but I always liked doing the work in the group projects.
I mean, yeah, I just want to get anyway. So if you are, it's got to be the smallest part of your hoard to fund the efforts of the town. They will be a lot more encouraged to raise. My brain forgot the word for livestock.
Cattle,
Yeah,
and livestock.
that's it.
There you go.
Where'd that word go?
Future food.
Livestock, cattle, future food. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? And again, Gosrick is not here because he'd already be drawing up a contract. Can you imagine if this town became famous for creating a culinary adventure specifically to satisfy a dragon? Think of all the things you've never eaten.
Have you ever collected tastes?
No.
Oh, but I want to now.
Collecting taste is one of the reasons that I travel the multiverse. It's so much fun. And the more people that you get involved who can like bring you new things to try, Yeah, it's one of the best reasons to be alive.
What's the name of the
See,
town? Did it have a name?
It did, but I don't
Hosberg.
remember.
Oh, this is
Hosberg.
Hosberg. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought we were
It's
in
a horse
my bad.
town.
It's Hosberg
That's-
or Ravane. Or
See, right. So in your case, you are investing. So I've heard of this type of scheme before myself as well. You get future cows. You are investing in meat futures, effectively, is what you are doing here.
But I could okay. And it's up by Horcrux. Incidentally, for people who don't get the joke, every time Scotty huffs or sneezes, he is teleporting to wherever he wants. So what you're saying is if he's investing in the future, is that like
yes.
future cows have to age backwards?
No.
No, but we should talk about aging beef because
Oh,
I assume you eat cows just raw. You don't like cook them or nothing.
Me?
Yeah. You just
I kind of lightly sear it for a little bit of flavor.
I mean, I don't want to ruin anything for you, but I have to say you may be about to discover an entirely new dimension of beef if you just let things take a little time to be raised out here, and not raised, but raised, not raised, raised.
Grow up.
RAI.
So the dragon is now sitting there like
This will help you hoard flavors and tastes. I mean, think about it. If you do this, you're essentially doing the equivalent of adding a village to your hoard. Like, that's an achievement.
Ooh.
That's a good one. There's that 32.
it takes a village to raise a dragon. Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the other way around as well, but we don't want that kind.
I really wish
Yes.
I had Bones' dragon wings in reach so I could get them and put them on him.
So you see the dragon like contemplating, like we all know the gif of the very confused person trying to do math. That is the dragon right now. And they sit there and they kind of stare at the ground for a few minutes. And they're like, I guess. So I take it you need gold to go replace the cows I've already eaten.
Yes. But see, the cows can make new cows, and I sincerely hope we do not have to go into mechanics on how that works.
Wait, how do they make new cows? Do they? I
We'll
thought they
we'll tell
came
you-
out
we'll
of
tell
those
you.
rolls of hay.
We'll
that you
explain when you're
see in the-
older.
We'll explain when you're
We'll
older.
talk
They don't
about that
come out
later.
of the rolls of hay. Oh.
But because so many cows have been eaten, new
Right.
cows will need to be brought in so that the cycle can sort of be started. This is what we're talking about. Your method of farming right now is not sustainable because you have not been replenishing the stock.
But in the meanwhile, while you're waiting, you won't have to wait for other things to try. And Orkira has continued to be putting just a pile of
There's
marshmallows.
just like a mountain of mushrooms.
Yeah, and like as a little offering to a very big dragon, it's a large pile of mushrooms that she has artfully kind of smushed together to look like a cow.
So it's
yeah,
it's instead of a peep, it's a cow.
It's a yes. It is a
cow
a
peep.
calf-sized marshmallow sculpture. And she'll go,
Okay.
so yeah, well, you're not going to get nothing. You're going to get stuff right away. Just other things while we wait for cow futures to mature. Did I say that right?
You got it correctly, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So the poor dragon who is now bewildered, they thought that they were just going to have a nice snack from the random adventurers, or at least keep them. They're now they've got like, in fighting games when you're kind of you're not knocked out, but you're confused and you got the birds. This is the dragon's internal monologue right now. I just thought I was going to eat some people. I heard another dragon. They're fine. And they're like, they look at you, Cass, and like, you know what? I'm going to reward what is probably the most ingenuous way of anyone ever interacting with me. And Fafnir invites you to the hoard to pick items, and those of you that got magic items, describe what you find. I think everyone has got the 3 magic items have been accounted for that we got donations for.
Yes.
So
since I got the first one, I will go first. Yeah. So Hawkroll now has he finds a needle which contains a magical tattoo spell. So he has a Lifewell tattoo which he presses, like removes his armor and presses against his left bicep, and just has a tribal tattoo that goes around his arm now.
Okay.
Which gives him resistance to necrotic damage and life ward.
All right. Who took the mantle?
I don't think anyone took the mantle because none of us are rangers or druids.
or druids.
Oh. Well.
Or Kara will pick it up and go, "This is really pretty. Do you mind if I give this to a druid that I know? Penelope's needed like a second something to wear while her cloak is in the wash."
What
is fine by me. Oh, perhaps since it looks like it's shift color, perhaps in the meantime we give it to Dog so Dog can hide when he blinks.
Oh, okay. And I will
give to your friend later.
I will very gently place the mantle on Scotty, which is a sentence I just said and I love.
Scotty cannot read, or Kira, what does the mantle do?
Oh, so the mantle, I need to scroll up. This cloak shifts color and texture to blend with the terrain surrounding you. While wearing this cloak, you can use it as a spellcasting focus for your druid and ranger spells. While you are in an area that is lightly obscured, you can hide as a bonus action, even if you are being directly observed, which I'm gonna believe is like in in Baldur's Gate when you are a certain kind of rogue and you get 2 bonus actions. This is like that.
Incidentally, in case anybody who wants to donate thinks they're going to donate because of sheer cuteness on this stream.
Yes.
Aww.
Yes.
This is who we've been negotiating with this whole time.
Explaining capitalism.
Yes. It's the Vanta Black Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see why they look very confused. They're just a wee small Vanta Black Dragon.
He just tried to bite me, but forgot what he was doing halfway through and just like left his mouth open on my arm.
I mean, it's just classic noms.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as we've confused this dragon so far, that probably tracks. Like, he's
The dragon thought about eating you, then it was like, you know what? No.
We're stringy.
You get infected with our thought process.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. The dragon was just like, I thought I was an intelligent creature until I met you all.
Shouldn't that make you feel more intelligent? Let's be honest.
Very, very intelligent. I think Virgil catches the eye of the farmer that kind of resembles Varric.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a better way of putting that. You seem like a smart, enterprising, agricultural person.
Uh-huh.
I feel like you would perhaps be willing to advocate on the part of your fellow farmers for the most beneficial relationship with, let's say, your large neighbor.
The dragon is agreeing, but he's also kind of looking over Chaos's shoulder. I mean, it's a little far away, but they're nosy and want to see what Chaos picked up.
Yes. Chaos picked up the Reveler's Concertina. So this is a wondrous item that when you hold, a bard gains a +2 bonus to any saving throw of related to bard spells, and as an action can use the concertina to cast Otto's irresistible dance via the item. And then it just can't be used again until the next dawn.
Oh, that's a good item. So yeah, the dragon is just kind of nodding and looking at legally distinct Varric, and it's just like they kneel down so that they can like kind of interact with this farmer, and you've convinced this dragon to not just not eat yourselves or more cows, but to enter into a sustainable farming agreement with the town.
Welcome to TTRPGs, everybody.
They say it's fantasy, but
oh, we're not done, because there is the matter of the contract, Virgil, because you did not fulfill it, and your family's agents will be waiting for you when you get back to town.
Okay, did it specify we had to kill the dragon, or did it just say we had to deal with the problem?
You had to kill the dragon.
I would perhaps imply that since they had very likely sent out this missive several times, and the parties that were meant to fulfill the contract had not actually returned, they would have no necessary way of knowing that it was Virgil that actually agreed to this current iteration of the contract that was offered. So if we got the hell out of Dodge, they ain't gonna find me.
Just work for me. It's good.
Are
plan.
you sure?
No, especially since the person running the game asked that question.
Kira, can you pull out a dragon plush from your bag of wonders?
Unfortunately, no. I just have this little plushy beholder that looks like the Xanathar. And she pulls out a
Oh.
tiny little plushy beholder that she
the
got from
Xanathar
Bentley years
once.
ago.
Yeah, Scotty is very excited now because he actually has something to contribute to the conversation. I met the Xanathar once. I stole his goldfish.
Oh. I'm surprised you are still here. Silgar is
Yeah,
kind of special to him.
Yeah, we don't my friends don't talk about Xanathar very much. It's not a great thing back in Waterdeep. It's,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that that's licensed merchandise. I'm hoping.
There we go.
It's not
Not the chunk.
It's a tiny Thumbershod.
Aw.
I mean, as tiny as Thumberchod can ever get, really. Oh my
There you
There you
God.
go, Mandy. Mandy's got the
Yeah.
brick.
Thimbershot, he be chunky.
Even
Yes,
tiny is a chunker.
So good.
Um,
Yeah.
Okay, alternative idea as we're throwing things around here. I have in my inventory a gray
no.
bag of tricks, and one of my cantrips is prestidigitation.
Okay.
I like where
I
this
could
is
summon
going.
something, use prestidigitation on it, and say that this was the dragon.
Virgil, how smart are your family?
I don't think. Okay, I need a not history but history check with the GM. What roughly or precisely, whichever you choose, was like the terms of the mission contract, etc.
So the contract was to kill the dragon, take its hoard, give the village mayor elder a little bit of the gold as a compensation, but they mainly just wanted the dragon's hoard. They didn't care what was in it because it's a dragon. It has a hoard. They wanted their money. And as proof, you had to bring back either a claw, part of its tail, or a horn to prove that you killed it.
Huh.
Okay, well, can't we just ask you to like give us a claw?
See, Chaos, we are brainstorming right now. It's no bad ideas. But I do feel obligated to call out problem with plan, which is dragon is very big and very obviously not dead. And we have just set up to where dragon is important part of village's ecosystem. So the rules will not last for very long. And you have caused us to be chased by debt collectors before. I would rather not have this happen again.
Okay.
Remember how that happened last time?
I don't
Scotty has
remember how
something
it-
to contribute. And he goes up onto the dragon's face and from hammer space apparently pulls out his disguised self kit and draws like a mustache on the dragon. There, now nobody's gonna know it's him. They'll think we killed him because he's a different dragon. He has a mustache.
And if the town is no longer, if the village is no longer in danger or seeming to be worried about dragon attacks, then surely we have dealt with the problem. You can actually, Virgil's a little animated about this because in his mind, he's also realizing he gets to screw over his family.
And in the event that they figure out that this is actually what's actually happened, what are they gonna do? Go after a dragon and a town?
The hoard is still here. The dragon is, well, a dragon is still, definitely not that dragon. A dragon is still here. And the town is here, who is, and again, making eyes with the very clever and probably wordsmithy. Sure, the town will tell great stories of our exploits in defeating that other dragon.
Sure. Legally distinct Varric whips out a fresh quill and paper and starts writing.
The dragon now looks like Hercule Poirot, by the way. Just as a dragon.
Which definitely means there's an increase in intelligence.
Yes.
And the real one, not the big bushy mustache.
Sure.
Are little gray cells much bigger in a dragon?
Yes.
Like the gigantic gray cells.
All
Made in
right.
sushi.
The dragon.
Poor Tanya.
We had a plan for how this game was going to go, and this is not it.
I would like to
not
share
even
with
close.
Kat, like out of character, obviously, because Scotty only has like a 5-word vocabulary. That there has been no goose in this goose chase because we did not get that far because we stopped to charm a dragon.
I feel like this is completely and utterly on brand for the title of a stream because what is this but a wild goose chase?
Correct.
I mean, cheers to Tanya for thinking that far ahead.
Indeed.
I met all of you.
This is
I
impressive.
wish to
Rolling with it,
recap
I'm
it.
here for it.
I'm so a little unclear on what exactly our plan is at this point. So we have put Mustache on dragon, so we are claiming his different dragon. We are now going to go and tell Virgil's, our mysterious benefactor, whom Virgil is absolutely not tied to in any way, shape, or form, that we've given up on that. That was now okay.
I thought it was his family.
We apparently are going back with that now, yes. So we are going to then get paid by Virgil's family and then just try to leave town and hope they do not come after us for the money they pay us. Because I'm okay with this. It's up to...
yeah, no, they're not going to pay us. We didn't. No, they're really strict about subsections and all that. No.
Did we sign a contract?
No, we just accepted a gig. We're gig workers. It kind of sucks.
That's why we know so much about taxation.
But I feel like we're going to get a really good rating from this village. So,
So and getting paid in exposure.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So actually, you hear someone speaking, not legally distinct Varric. They come up behind you and go, "Hey, you all really handled that dragon really, really well." And you see a tall elven woman, beautiful dark skin, emerald eyes, very statuesque. Like if you saw fan art of her, you'd be like, yes, she can bench me. I would not object.
I'm honestly surprised that the scenario of the dragon taking humans did not go in a totally different direction than it eating them.
I'm kind of glad. I love that this went. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one way or the other.
Hi.
So she's got a halberd, which Horkrol you can absolutely respect because this looks like if she hits you with it, it'd be a fun time for her, not you. So you handled the dragon. It's not eating us. It actually let you take stuff from its hoard. We got the bear, as she's talking, you see a wheelbarrow of gold being carted away to pay for the cows and recompensate the people's families. How about you do something else for us if you have time?
Well, apparently we have at least another, 7 to 30 minutes, depending on how much more we can raise for charity.
Yeah. Does this person look like she's associated with the village or with something else?
She looks like she's probably captain of the guard.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Is playing an inquisitive tune on the lute right now.
Uh,
No, hold on, I gotta know. How do you define an inquisitive tune?
This is what I want to know.
Yeah, what's it? I'm trying to think of an inquisitive
Suspicious? Is it
tune.
like, is it suspicious tune? Like what?
Don't be.
It's the I feel like it's more the one that plays when somebody's confused, where it's like you're waiting for. It sounds like a question mark.
Oh no! You know what it is? You know what it is? It's like the zoom in and then hello darkness, my old friend.
See, my classical roots went to it's any of the like Beethoven symphonies, and where there's like an entire page and where you think it's about to end, but
And
then it doesn't end.
Never ends.
Then
It never
and
ends.
It's going like, and we're about to end.
And
No.
no false.
Yeah,
cadence.
there's just no
False cadence.
resolution until
Mm.
we get the answer.
So this woman who refuses to give you her name is just
Did
like,
we ask for it?
We didn't ask.
No.
Yeah, like
No.
we didn't ask. So
Okay.
no, but
Not yet,
she's
but
not. She's not showing any manners of introducing herself. Basically, she's like, so you handle the dragon really well.
Thank you.
I've got a different problem, also kind of a reptile, but much smaller.
Okay. Like how much smaller and what kind of problem?
A bunch of
And I'm on Orkira's head.
a bunch of Canadian geese run by.
Oh. We should flee. We should flee.
I'm gonna say no to that.
I've dealt with
Define
actual
bunch.
demons before, and I think those are not. No.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no.
How many is a bunch?
Have you seen them with their mouth open?
It's just
So
nothing
you're
but
willing to
teeth.
face a dragon, but not a bird.
We're
How many?
adventurers.
How many
That
of
was
them?
stupid.
Mm-mm.
6.
Those aren't birds. Those are devils in bird form.
There's only 6.
When you said reptile, I was assuming you just meant like crocodiles or something safe.
Oh, I could stab a crocodile. I'm not worried about them. Have you seen geese though?
Yeah.
Are they bundled up together or are they far apart?
Ooh.
There's like
Why
2
are
rows
they
of 3.
hissing?
Are they like snapping at us like West Side Story? Like, is it about to go off? Like,
I mean, they're Canadian geese. It's always about to go off.
Hey,
I mean, like,
let's go get us some broomsticks and a random rock to push down the road. And we'll
One
compete.
question of clarification: what is the dealing with them? What dealing with them? How?
Oh, catching them and making them dinner.
Making them
What to
dinner,
do
as
with
in like
eat?
preparing their dinner.
What do they eat?
No, making them into dinner.
I
So
can cast Fireball.
I can
Yeah,
guess chicken lightning.
We have a dragon.
I recommend we take this on because Hawkwill is hearing Voice of Tempest in head, and Tempest is suggesting we go fight these geese because there are members of Pantheon who have been donating to give influence on dice rolls that we have not been making for the last hour or so. So engaging into combat with these would be a good way to make people feel that their donations have impact.
You said there's 6 of them, correct?
I told Celise it would be fine. See, I told y'all. I told her.
Yeah, but when we told Celise it would be fine, we were just talking about a dragon. But now we're talking about 6 geese from a land that is in a different plane of existence of ours that I know are real dangerous. So if we're going to do this, and Orkira reaches over and just, you okay if I touch your shoulder, Orkirl?
Oh, please, go ahead.
Is going to touch you on the shoulder and is going to cast Death Ward.
I know a song about 6 geese. Does anybody
Who
want
has
to know
the
my
best
song?
charisma here?
Definitely
Probably-
not Scotty.
You
was
or
gonna say,
Virgil,
it's
probably.
You. You're the
it's gonna be
bard.
two of us. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, mine's pretty good. Mine's
mine
14.
is terrible. Go figure.
Okay.
Are you wanting to charm geese?
Please don't charm the geese. We actually need to
No.
roll the dice.
Yeah, no. I want to do something else, which will be stupid but funny.
Oh, okay, that works.
Okay, that's good.
Lauren knows what it is. I told you, Lauren, what my.
Oh,
I mean, you should absolutely do that, especially if we are going to take on these geese. Lauren is actually more worried about the geese than the dragon.
I'm trying to figure out who should get the benefit of this particular spell.
Well, all of us.
And we'll just talk to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's up to 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm afraid.
So we see
it's all good.
the geese go by. Are they just like hanging out? Like what?
Well, they were kind of like circling the wagon, so to speak. But then they these geese are smart. They recognize the woman with the halberd as someone who's attacked them. So they're like, oh, you know, like how the elephant attacked the woman's funeral in India or Africa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
that level
remember.
of smart. Those geese remember Pepperidge Farm. Whatever. Kelly, we made the goal.
Oh, we
Holy
did.
crap.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Don't yell new goal at me. I don't think I should put up a new goal.
Not until
Well,
tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, we are about to enter. We are about to.
Yeah,
enter
and gee, I
geese
wonder who did
combat.
that.
Are we about to die by geese? I mean, it could happen.
Scotty,
I mean,
somebody
it could.
donated for 3 treats for you.
Aw.
Oh,
Chaos, do your thing, and then we'll attack
All right.
the geese.
Please explain
Chaos
what you're
assumes
doing.
Chaos is going to cast, hopefully I say this name correct, Rari's telepathic bond.
And what does that do?
I forge a telepathic link among up to 8 willing creatures of my choice within range, cyclically linking each of them to all the others for the duration.
So are you linking the party to the geese?
Yes.
That's more than 8 people.
Yeah, so I'm going to link 5 of us, and I'm just going to like cast the net out and hope I get 3 of the geese.
Okay.
oh, this is like Sense8, but weird now.
Oh no, you all are
So-
gonna actually have to deal with what Scotty's thinking.
So give me 3 D20 rolls, all with advantage. So we use our advantages.
All right.
This has gone so off the rails.
Hey, but we managed to sneak a goose in.
Yeah.
That was desperation.
If we're linking geese into like a telepathic thing, does that make this as a goose stalt?
Very funny. Bravo.
That was real good. That was real good.
I rolled a 20, an 18, and an 11.
So the 20 and 18 do net you geese. The 11 does not.
Great, we're all connected to 2 geese, and we could hear each other telepathically.
Oh God. Oh no, we know what the geese are thinking.
What are the geese thinking?
Death
that
and murder?
Scotty would make a nice snack. You're small. They could carry you off.
Am I rolling initiative?
Maybe. The geese are also very confused as to hear all of these other thoughts. They have tiny brains. So you have befuddled and frightened these 2 geese, and you all are now psychically linked. What on earth are you doing? Because there's 2 geese that are now in your thoughts, and the other 4 geese are roaming around, very confused why their 2 friends are acting weird.
Are we scaring the geese or are we attacking the geese?
I didn't think that far ahead.
Okay.
just
Well,
start
Scotty
thinking
makes
about
the decision for everybody because we haven't had a single fight and we've got lots of
Aw.
advantages.
Yes.
So you hear a sneeze, and then, because I can, in the middle of the goose pack, surprise attack. This is exactly how Scotty attacks.
Yep.
He's like that dog that takes the little sword and beats up on the owners that you see on TikTok. And I'm going to, I guess, make it an attack against one of the geese I'm not psychically linked with.
Oh yeah, this seems like a terrible life choice I've just made for us.
Uh-huh.
That's a nat
For the
20.
best.
Yes.
All right. So Scotty, you did a sneak attack and you got a nat 20. What is your ridiculous amount of damage?
$22.
I mean, it's just a goose. You
Mhm.
I mean, you say that like we're not all looking at these geese assuming that they are pit fiends in disguise.
Mhm.
you chomped a leg off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I mean, Scotty is now doing the equivalent of the whole, dips his paws in the blood and gives like the blood streaks on the face. He's like, "Let's go."
right.
How many attacks
Come.
does Scotty get as a bard?
I only get 1 attack per action at level 5.
Okay. So Scotty has gone Is anyone else attacking these geese?
Yep, Hawkroll will see Scotty go into this and gets the energy up. He's like, "Yes, come, my friends, follow the dog for glory, for purpose," and will charge straight to the middle of the the geese. He's going to cast Spirit Guardians. As it goes through, we're going to up this to 5th level because why the hell not?
Yeah.
And so we are going to summon the natural predator of geese. So a whole cloud of tiny winged celestial foxes are surrounding Hawkroll, just flooding around, snapping and barking at the geese. Which won't do anything now, but at the start of their turn, they're going to take 5d8 radiant damage.
Oh my god. So are you aiming for any geese or goose in particular with this?
It is a 15-foot radius around me. So it is any geese that are in that radius at the start of their turn.
All right.
Spirit Guardians is real fun.
Yeah.
I should probably roll for the geese, but this is just such chaos.
We haven't rolled initiative.
You know what? At this point, just
we can
go
keep
with whatever.
rolling like that. We had one before, but then we decided to talk. So
yeah. So who wants to go next, and then the geese will go.
Oh shit.
I mean, like, I have something I want to do, but since I already cast a spell, I want everybody else to.
okay. I got. Let's see. How many geese did we have? That we were facing?
There were 6, unless
There were
Scotty.
6.
Thank you so much, Zach, for that
Oh, thanks, Zach.
very large donation.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks. The instruction was to spoil Scotty.
Aw.
Done.
Okay, buddy.
Have you met Scotty?
Okay, buddy. Now, just so everybody in chat knows who doesn't know about Scotty, because we've had a couple raids, Scotty is a rescue dog who only has about 5 teeth, but he uses them to great purpose.
Yes, and in real life, he will just gum you.
Yes.
He definitely does the like gnawing noms. It's very cute.
Yeah, he has to put him all the way back in his molars like that.
Aw.
Oh, Scotty.
Oh,
So
my
Scotty
goodness.
IRL is enjoying noms.
Oh,
You know what? Just for funsies and also being mindful of time. 2 of the geese that are not in your mind link in your mind palace attack Hawkroll. And what happens when they jump into the cloud of foxes?
Let me check when does the damage actually kick in? It's when they enter for the first time. So they take it as soon as they go into the cloud.
And that was what, 8d8 radiant?
5d8.
That's still a lot for a goose. For a regular everyday goose.
Unless you roll like only ones.
Yeah, which let me roll. So that would be. It's a pretty good
My
roll.
dog like 5 minutes to choose.
19 radiant damage.
That was actually pretty fast for Scotty.
It is. He's still got a rawhide that he's been working on for 18 months.
So you now have a pile of feathers and blood at your feet, Hawkroll. They're just geese. They're not very strong. They think they're stronger than they are. So 3 geese down, 3 to go. The other 2 geese that gives them pause though when they see their friends turn into a pile of feathers.
The 2 that we can talk to or others?
So the 2 that you can talk to and 1 more.
That's right. We're still.
Scotty actually decides to stand up and through the. Oh God, I have to say this with a dagger in my mouth. This is gonna be great. Come on, you can't get hard enough. Wrong.
Now without your dagger, so the DM knows exactly
Yeah,
what.
come on, if you think you're hard enough, like attack me.
Would you run away? Far, far away.
Are you
I'm
telling
imagining-
me?
I'm imagining Scotty's just like up on Hawkroll's shoulder at this point. Just
Yes. That's the only way Scotty will
yelling
ever
at
be
them.
tall enough to challenge anything. He's only about 10 inches tall.
So Chaos, are you telling the 2 geese that can understand you to run away?
I'm giving them the option mentally through our connection.
All right, the geese probably will not do much. I'm gonna roll for the geese. I'm gonna roll 2d20 and see what happens.
Roll for Goose.
Oh my God, one of them got a nat 1. And that's the one that you're linked to. So it did not listen to you, Chaos. It just decided to go nuck if you buck and ran up into the cloud, as even though it saw its friends become Cuisinart pile of feathers. So that is another one that will get the 8D or the 5D8. So the two that are left are the ones you all can talk to. Virgil, do you want to do anything, or are you all trying to save these geese?
No, I do.
But
I do not know what's going to happen with us being psychically linked to geese. But no, yeah, Virgil whips out his fan towards the last two geese because he's been talking to the dragon about culinary experiences, and this is perhaps something the dragon has not experienced before.
oh,
And he does cast chain lightning at the remaining two geese, but he uses a sorcery point to convert it to fire and not lightning damage because we are about to roast some geese up in here.
Anybody got salt first?
Say again?
You got a little spices in here, or else we're just British.
I mean, look, sometimes you got to go in easy because you don't necessarily know everyone's spice tolerance. So, you know,
That's
like
Kira starts to pull a giant bottle of hot sauce from her bag and then puts it away.
Gets it like partway out and it's like, oh.
You know, like, yeah, it's like, actually, you know, keep it in your holster. It's good. So yeah, it is.
I'm gonna guess that the
A
geese
hot
will
sauce
not-
holster. I kind of like that idea.
Yeah, it's a dex save of 16.
Bandolier.
You know what? I'm not even gonna roll for those geese. They're geese. They're common geese.
They're dead.
So,
Mhm.
so sorry, but yeah, they take. I just want to roll it because it's a lot of D8.
Go roll it. So it's like when you use the
Oh my god.
how many? I'm afraid to look.
41 points of fire damage, but it is gently basted, roasted at like a certain degree level and turned appropriately.
Perfectly controlled fire.
Damage. So, you know, it's sort of like kind of creates a bit of a whirlwind, a bit of an internal cooker. There's some convection happening. Oh yeah, but they're cooked.
So you know, like in video games, when you would like kick over a garbage can, there'd be a perfectly cooked turkey.
Yeah.
That's what you're.
This is the Castlevania.
It's like
cooked
wall meat
goose.
from
Whole chicken.
Castlevania. Wall meat. Why
it
do
is
we eat
for
that wall
chicken.
meat? Why Richter is not bright.
You know what? There was a panel about it at PAX West. I need to see if it was filmed. But yes, you now have two lovely cooked geese to offer to the new dragon friend who has just been watching this going, why did those silly little raptors not just run away? Because the dragon sees it as like a far, 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 far away cousin. So
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah,
This tracks.
They remember their dinosaurs, by the way.
How to braise field dragon.
Oh, goodness, thank you.
I want you to know that if this for any reason had failed for Virgil, Chaos did have something planned, but it did not go in as intended.
all right. Cool.
There's just a random weasel now on the field.
Nice. Oh, that's
okay.
good. That's good.
Okay. So the weasel's like going and enjoying what's left of the chickens that got Cuisinarted by Horkrol's field of spirit foxes.
Yep.
Or Kira's gonna go find the really beautiful lady who gave us this task and just kind of walk up and say, so done. Unless there were more than those 6.
No.
Okay, all right. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Orkira. That's Virgil and Chaos and Scotty and Horkrol. What was your name again?
So my mom had a sense of humor. She named me Zariel. I don't know why, but she did. She named me Zariel. She thought it was funny. I've endured it my whole life. I don't think it's funny, but I'm not that Zariel of the Hells.
I kind of figured because that seems like a weird thing. Yeah. Have you thought about going by a nickname?
Most people just call me X because it's also spelled weird because again, she thought she had a sense of humor.
Oh, okay. All right.
Would you like a weasel?
Would you like
I'm
a
sorry,
weasel?
what? And do what with it?
Oh no. I summoned it from a bag of tricks. I don't know what to do now.
Is that and Virgil immediately is that a real weasel or like a magical weasel? Can we strip and cook that too?
Does anybody know how the bag of tricks works and if it's a real or a magical one?
It's real, but it goes away after an hour if it dies. So it's
So what you're saying is it's 0-calorie food.
I mean, I've never tried. I always felt like that was a little weird and cruel. And sometimes when you summon things, they come from other planes of existence. And have you ever had to encounter something that you summoned from another plane of existence back on their plane of existence after they've got like roasted by something like a beholder? It's bad.
So she just pets the weasels, like, just let it go. It's gonna go away. Just come back to the inn. I will make sure that you get paid for taking care of the geese. I see that our lead, that guy, the one that you befriended, the dwarf, is taking care of the dragon thing. I think we're square. I'm gonna go drink heavily now because this was a lot for like before 5 p.m. And she's just like, and she just like does the kind of wave over her shoulder. I'll see you at the back of the inn. And you all have managed to not die to the goose or to the dragon. You've killed the geese.
Yep.
And you didn't go to hell, so we lied to you about the time of the game.
Or we gave you a goose chase, a wild goose chase.
We were subverting
It was going to be a wild
expectations.
goose chase, but it turned out to be a red herring.
I've just rolled the numbers for the raffle winners, incidentally, and I had to do it 4 times because I kept forgetting to not count anonymous.
Okay. Do we want to announce the winners?
First, I would love to tell everybody about what their donations do. Because if anybody's feeling altruistic in the last few moments of the game. So basically, your donations help fund research into a cure for MS, which I would dearly love to happen tomorrow, but probably won't be. And also support for both the people living with MS and their families. So, for instance, at different tiers, $250 gets a person called an MS navigator to support someone who's been diagnosed and help them navigate finding a doctor, dealing with insurance companies, all that kind of stuff. And as someone who did not have that when my husband was diagnosed, trust me, it's an invaluable service. $750 would provide a family with respite care to help support caregivers and make sure that they can take care of themselves as well as the people that they love. 1,000 is my favorite because it provides a modification to an automobile to help people with MS maintain independence. And $5,000 is 1 full month of support for a research fellow to help launch a career for the next person who's going to do great MS research. So, without further ado, let me actually count up these numbers.
Drum roll.
That I rolled. So the first thing we are rolling for
Root equivalent of a drum roll.
Yes, okay. The first thing we're rolling for is a full character illustration from Lou at Realm One, who also, again, designed these shirts, which also, again, you can buy these by going to Realm One's website. And you can even get them personalized. I forgot to show the back. Sorry.
Ooh.
And so the person that wins that is Springleaf. Yay!
Hey.
Springleaf.
Yay, Leaf.
Leaf, I don't know if you're lurking. If not, we know how to get a hold of Leaf.
We know how to get a hold of Springleaf. And the second one. Okay, that rolled for Tanya, and I don't think Tanya is going to want it.
Well, I shouldn't be rolled anyway.
And that one would go to, well, that's kind of fitting. Zach rules.
Hey.
Hey, Zach. Congrats. Get in touch.
What was that rolling for, Kelly?
What?
What was that rolling for?
That was rolling for a custom-made GM screen from Kai Hawkeye.
Ooh, that is sweet.
Yeah. And better than that, everybody in chat who donated, and trust me, I love all of you, even if I don't know you. Kai has also very generously provided a discount code for everybody watching the stream on their Etsy shop, which I will totally get the link for because I put it in Discord and forgot to copy pasta it. And it would be for 20% off. And that 20% of the sale will actually go to the MS Society. And the discount code is Billy Goose.
In all caps.
All caps. So, yes. Thank you so much, Kai Hawkeye. That is a very generous gift. Lou at Realm 1, again, thank you, because they've donated 4 of those for us to give away. And yeah, so let me go grab that Etsy shop link while everybody does outros.
Is that Diet Water Productions?
It is Diet Water Productions. Thank
Okay.
you.
Hey.
Thank you, Brian.
Like between we're all like quest accepted, like Diet Water Production.
Mhm.
So we're going to go a little bit out of order so Kelli can go last. Mandy, who are you? What are you doing next? Where can we find you?
Apparently, I'm chaos and I can roll an amazing performance roll. I will never do this again in my life. But hi everyone, I'm
You
Mandy.
derailed the whole campaign.
I ruined the entire thing unintentionally.
Or you made it awesome. So
Yep.
Who expected for us to talk about the ecological sustainability of a dragon living in proximity to a village?
I mean, with this group, I didn't expect it, but I'm not surprised.
But hi everyone, I'm Mandy. I go by Lady Luck 34 on the internet, and I was playing Chaos, our high half-elf bard who causes chaos, apparently. But you can find me around the internet via Lady Luck 34, Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, all of those places. I stream and am silly, and I will also be at TwitchCon this upcoming weekend doing a chat with Tanya and friends about parasocial relationships, and I'm sure there's other things, but I'll forget what they are in about 5 seconds. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us, supporting us, and joining the nonsense that's been the last couple of hours.
Chris.
Hi, I am Chris Caneas, aka the Painting Pirate, he and pronouns. I do a bunch of stuff. I am a miniature painter, variety streamer. I stream Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays here on Twitch. I do mostly a lot of these types of charity one-shots. I'm available for TTRPG stuff if people want to bring me on for that. I'm always happy to do stuff, so hit me up through the emails over at paintingpirate.com. Yeah, that largely covers what I'm doing.
Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. I'll be on stream on the Players and Book channel in just an hour and a half playing my other cleric. But more importantly, there was a lot of awesome things that happened during this game, including a bunch of money, which was thrown around, but not everybody has the funds. So thank you to everybody who was hanging out in chat, cheering us on and helping out. And if you would like to help more and do not have the funds, like many of us do not have the funds to help, you can help in other ways. I really suggest you follow that opera geek who was somewhere on the thing, because I'm sure she's going to be doing some more streaming and fundraising for this awesome charity. And so follow and help boost all of those fundraisers, because not everybody has the funds, and telling other people what's going on is just as important. So thank you.
Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. What am I doing? Probably not a lot lately streaming, but I've had the weekend off because it's my birthday. So yay me.
Yay!
And I will say thank you everyone for hanging out with us today. It is like I love playing charity games, and it's always nice when people show up and like celebrate the chaos that we create. And to add on to what Lauren said, and to remind everybody of what Kelli said at the top of the stream, Kelli is currently the only person who is raising for MS Society on Tiltify right now. However, if you go to the main link for Hedgehog
Command Center.
Hedgehog Command Center. If you go to that main link, you also can click on the MS Society from there, and you can join. You can also do MS Quest Accepted. It's a really easy way. Fundraising on Tiltify is very easy. It is very stress-free. Don't worry about not like raising massive amounts of money, but also it helps keep the conversation going. It raises awareness about the charity. This is really important. And thank you all for being here. And this has been a lot of fun. I'm still like, Mandy,
Oh, yeah.
you will never roll this well again, but I hope that you do, because I want it to happen every time.
Nonsense awaits.
I've been your derailed DM, Tanya Cybertier. No, so, to be a little bit serious, one, it was a great role. I said do it. I look at charity games as like basically YOLO, fuck it. We're having fun and we're doing good. We're doing things for a good cause. And it also challenged me as a DM to have to fix everything on the fly. So I think I did it. I'm glad I already have whiskey poured.
Yep.
You did, and it was
You
awesome.
did
So thank you.
great.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Nailed it.
And like Mandy said, I will be at TwitchCon this upcoming week doing a talk on parasocial relationships. It is not being streamed, but we are trying to get one of the panelists to record it because it is something that we need to talk about, especially those of us that are public facing and also people that, just because you stream doesn't mean that you know everyone that is in your chat and vice versa. Also, like Brian and Kelly said, Kelly's the only one currently on the Hedgehog Army. So if you stream, even if you can't do a fundraiser, you know what you can do. You can make a command with Kelly's donation link in your stream that can run on a timer if you don't have the spoons or the time or energy to do your own fundraiser. You can encourage people to donate. You can just talk about it, just leave the command up as long as the link is up. And, I'm going to be shady and go, a lot of us got paid from Twitch. If not today, then we will on Monday. You can throw a few bucks over to the MS Society if you got it. But yeah, it's always my pleasure to do this. Thanks for keeping me on my toes as a DM. And now I'm going to go figure out what I'm doing the rest of the day before I go to TwitchCon in a few days. And Kelly, take us out.
Okay. Hi, it's me again. I'm Kelly, the opera geek. And just to give people an idea, because I always forget to do this, because I forgot to give DC the slideshow, to explain a little bit about what MS is, because most people don't understand it. It's actually an autoimmune disease affecting the central nervous system. So basically, you get little like pinhole drops in your spinal cord and brain where there's not supposed to be. And the immune system cells get in there and start attacking the lining of your nerves. For my husband, it attacked the lining of the nerves controlling his right eye. So he does wear an eye patch, hence the name Pirate Jesus. And he's also bearded and yeah, whatever. So it is a devastating disease. Some people will have one attack and never have another one. Other people will get what's called primary progressive, which would put you in a wheelchair, and it's very fast. So it's a very, very important cause. We currently don't have any way medically or scientifically to regenerate nerves. And if we could fund the research into that, it wouldn't just help cure MS, it would help cure so many things. So I can't tell you all enough how much this means to me. I often feel very guilty because there's nothing I can really do to help my husband, even on his worst days. There are days with flares where he can't walk or his other eye cuts out and he cannot see. And I can't do anything except try to fundraise to get more money for this cause. So I really appreciate everybody that has donated. I appreciate my friends to absolutely no end. Like, you don't understand how much I love you. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all are going to be at PAX Unplugged, so I'm going to get to hug all the people. And I'm going to give everybody an actual size comparison so you see what the size of this dog actually is. It's very small.
It was like, what?
And tonight at a time that I think is maybe 7 Eastern? Question mark? I'm going to be on Praxagora Thesmophoria's channel playing a 1v1 one-shot as from Vampire the Masquerade. And we will be continuing to raise money. And other than that, I will be streaming on Tuesday and Friday this week. Why are you cutting in front of my camera? Okay. Tuesday and Friday this week. I am on my first playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition, and I am terrible at it. Also, I am going to make this promise on screen in front of people because that's the only way I'll be held accountable for this. Mandy, don't lean into your camera like that. It scares me.
I'm like, I really want to know what this promise is.
If I can make at least 5,000 by the end of the month, I will in fact return for another Honey Heist one shot as the DM, and I'm just gonna say it because I'll just bully him until he does. Sorry. Doug Cockle will come and play his totally not Geralt of Rivia bear. Because I'm not actually bullying Doug. He's a wonderful person. And I promise I will recruit the most chaotic people I can and give myself Tanya, don't raise your eyebrow. Give myself a headache, all for charity. I'm also supposedly doing a painting stream at some point this month, but I don't have anything to paint. So I think I've got to talk about that. Anyway, thank you all again. I appreciate you so much. And also, I want a big cheer for DC, who has done all the production for this stream behind the scenes, including the fabulous Scotty Cam. So,
and the overlay.
Yay, DC. Everything. Did everything.
Yep. Thank you.
So yeah, everybody, just if you follow me at the Opera Geek or follow at Stream to End MS, you can follow along with Quest Accepted. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I've talked too much. So
you have not. Thank you all for giving up part of your weekend, Brian, especially because it's your birthday weekend. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Scotty, for being our little Mabari this game session.
Oh, Hims loves you. He knows. Oh, you want one more treat because you see your Tanya? He hears your voice through my headphones. That's why he keeps looking confused. Scotty adores Tanya. Like adores Tanya.
So we're done. We're all going to go off and do other things. Again, Lauren is going to go be on another show in about an hour. Kelly's going to be on another charity game. And I may get back on later and stream. I don't know. It depends on how much progress I make on actually leaving in this week for TwitchCon. But in the meantime, we are going to go raid friend of the channel, leader of the Wiki Cookies, also member of Team Cypher, Imperial. She is doing art. And I don't know what kind of art, but we're going to go see what she's up to. So I'll start the raid. DC, if you can send us to the end screen or whatever screen we have.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
appreciate
Thank you so much.